Hello, Jupiter Life family. Welcome. Welcome to today's Oracle messages. Hope that you guys are doing well. And if not, this video leaves you in better spirits. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, asking about my calendar and when I'm going to open it for conversations. And it'll probably be the middle of August, okay? We're working on the scheduling. I have lots of other things going on in my life. So it'll probably be the middle of August. I'm going to tell you that. You can, however, schedule a consultation with me. I mean, my link tree does lead to a consultation page through Calendly. It never stops. You can always do a consultation with me, but for oracle reading specifically, or if you want to have a conversation about the direction your life is going in your birth chart, I am going to create something specifically for you guys for the channel. So you can sit tight, or you are welcome to go through all the links and figure that out. Kudos to you for doing so if you do that. Because like I said, I do have a lot going on in my life, and I know, people want to click and purchase, right? Now we all need to breathe today. Breathe. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. Then exhale and envision the stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed, right? Feeling refreshed and new. New adventures, yay, yay, yay. I love when this card comes out. New beginnings, new things awaits, right? New adventures. Today, I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. Right. We have to trust ourselves, right? A lot of us don't. A lot of us don't trust ourselves, which is why we obsessively watch tarot every day, which is why we, waiting for someone else to tell us when the shoe is going to drop, waiting for someone else to tell us when is the right move to make something happen, waiting for someone else to tell us what's the wrong move and all of these other things, right? So be careful of that. Tread careful of what it is that you're taking in on your new adventure. Breathe your way through it. If you are a person who does yoga and breath work, kudos to you. Continue to do that. If you are not, that may be something that you want to introduce into your regime, right? You may want to introduce taking deep breaths in the shower, while you're putting your shoes on or getting dressed. Or if you do yoga and meditation, adding that to your sit time. Slow breaths, deep breaths. There is I think it's called the breath of fire, where you breathe in and out really hardly but controllably. Okay, clearing the throat chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra, as well as, I thought something flipped out there, as well as breath control, right? Because a lot of us don't even realize that we're not breathing in certain moments. We don't take deep breaths regularly on a regular basis and things of that nature. So get into the habit of that. Get into the habit of, and not just for a stress relief, but on a regular basis. Get into the habit of breathing in through your nostrils, in through the nostrils, out through the mouth, or vice versa, in through the mouth and out through the nostrils. And then do just a nostril breathing, things of that nature. That will help you make sure that your nasal passages are clear and free from debris. Okay, before you begin to do that. But It just, one, it helps your connection with the divine. Okay, it helps your connection with source. Clearing out those, you can tell I've been dyeing my hair and it's time for me to redo a new set of nails. So ignore. Anyways, but it helps with a multitude of things, especially if you're asthmatic. I would suggest doing it underneath some eucalyptus and peppermint on top of that. Let it blow into your face and then practice the breathing. I do it all the time. I lay myself out on my own massage table and I'll turn the steamer or the diffuser on with some eucalyptus and a little that good old spring water, darling. Spring water, straight from the springs, from the mountains. Spring water, and I'll let it just blow into my nasal passages. Like, no one in my immediate house is getting sick from anything. Okay, like anyways, that's a whole nother thing. I'm going into a rant now. But yes, breathing exercises, taking on new adventures, maybe taking a short trip somewhere, or actually new adventures, going into a field of something that you've never went into before. So you may be studying and aligning yourself with that thing. Inspiration board. This may help you with that, with your new adventure. If I am ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. And I absolutely love this. Yes, this is a lot of blue chakra going on and green chakra. Okay, that is your heart and your throat. So you may want to work on those specific chakras. Okay, aligning yourself with the things that it is that you want, doing it in a conscious, intentional way, right? Through breath work and inspiration boards. You are consciously, intentionally putting yourself in position to win, okay? Putting yourself in position to get that job, putting yourself in position to get that degree, putting yourself in position to create that business, putting yourself in position to have the relationship that it is that you want, right? By intentionally seeing and dating the type of guys or women or LGBT, dating your preference, okay? By intentionally, consciously dating your preference. And even if you're not calling it dating, you're not giving time to things that don't align with what it is that you see and want for your future. How about that? Is that a better way? Did that help you? Is that a better way for me to say that? I believe it is. You are intentionally spending time with, focusing on, putting your focus and direction and energy into things that it is that you want to see for your life and not the things that you don't want to see for your life, okay? Remembering to breathe through all of that, because sometimes it can be a lot, especially if you're making drastic changes, okay? If you're making drastic changes from smoking to not smoking, maybe you are not eating red meat anymore and you was just at a barbecue a month ago, so a lot of people are like, what? How you doing that? Ignore the outside, concentrate on the inside, and continue to build from there. Nothing happens without having invited it, okay? You have to invite it in. When you understand the law of attraction, you are never surprised by what occurs in your experience, for you understand that through your own thought process, you have invited every bit of it in. Nothing can occur in your life experience without your invitation of it through your thought. Okay? So this is you purposely, intentfully, consciously aligning and inviting in what it is that you want and blocking out the things that you want, that you don't want. Okay? Anything outside of the vision board is kapute. Okay? We don't want it. We don't need it. We ain't looking for it. Find another way to handle that, right? We are not into what is not into us, and we are not into what is not for us, or that we don't want, or we know for a fact it's not going to work with us. Okay, you want to work with the things that are working with you consciously, intentionally. Okay, life is about intent, people. Okay, the source sees intent and conscious action towards things. All the other stuff is fluff. Okay, nobody cares about the other shit. You have to be focused on what it is that you want for your life and what it is that you don't want for your life. Okay, I like debt free. I like being debt free. Personally, I ain't talking about companies and businesses. Those things are always in some form of debt. I'm talking about my personal debt. I have none. Now my companies, yeah, they have debt, but I personally have no debt. Okay. And it would help. And I like that the card is 12, right? 12 reduces down to a 3. We all know 3 is celebration in the traditional tarot. I do not read traditional tarot like everybody else. Not into the dot. But 3 are the 3, and look up what 3 means to you, for you. You know, it is a transitional number for sure. You know, so make sure that you are, yes, prosperity. Well, we know that's coming, honey, because we are working in intentional, right? We are inviting in the things we want. Of course, we want abundance and love and prosperity and, you know, opulence, all of those things. We want them, yes, on a daily, regular basis in our lives. But we must intentionally make moves so that we can have them. I think we don't think that we have as much control as we do in regards to, I really don't like picking up cards off the floor. But because I said the 3, and then the friendship card came on out, you know, and you may be doing that, building new friendships, new allyships, new, and, you know, new connections with people. Even if they are from the past, they are still new connections when you are getting to know someone. Okay, it's a new connection. I gotta get the name of that street. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Source, for that. Because I'm like, well, when are we going to get what we're looking for? When are we going to get what we looking for? Okay. All right. Blessings. Hey, now. Blessings are coming. Blessings are going. Let's see what Spellcaster has to say about blessings. I love that it's under the moon. Okay, we just had a new moon in Cancer on Friday. Right? The 9th, we just had a new moon in Cancer. It's going to be about bringing in the blood, which is what the new moon in Cancer is partially about. Not fully, but let's take a look at what the additional messages the book brings for us. Blessings. When you desire someone else to experience the world through the sacred eyes of sanctity, honor, and gratitude, then you offer them a great blessing. This is a wonderful way to work with the pure energies of the universe and to attract a cornucopia of abundance in your life. Remember that everything you send out comes back to you. What is this? What is happening? Okay, I'm sorry. The camera seems off. I'm just going to keep going. When, let's see, cornucopia, abundance in your life. Remember that everything you send out comes back to you threefold. So open yourself up to receive great blessings from your guides, angels, and great masters. As you say prayers for the world, dedicate candles, partake in yoga, and read spiritual books. Chant and burn incense as you raise your vibration and truly light up your life. And ultimately, the world. Count your blessings. Give thanks to all the good things in your life. The approval you seek is given. A dream comes true. A kind act brings great blessings. Okay? And I am going to do affirmators. But you just want to make sure that you're staying on track with the things that you want and you see. You know, stick to, if you did do a moon ritual, you know, if you did set your intentions on the moon, stick to it. Look at the list every day. If you burned your list, I usually make a copy of mine, what I'm releasing and all of that stuff. I usually make a copy of it so that I can not remember for the sake of harm, but remember for the sake of focus. Remember, you're letting this go. Remember, you're not doing this anymore. Remember, you're not tolerating these types of things anymore in your life. You know, I like to remind myself for those reasons. Now, if you're a person who needs to, you know, burn and let it go, by all means do that. I don't want to interrupt or tell you how to do any of your rituals, darling. Okay, you stick to what works for you. Guilt, let it go. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Period. Period. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. The energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though it's time to learn from the behavior and move on. The problem arises when we hold on to a guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational. But if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilt feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released, okay? Let go of feeling guilty about mistakes that you've made. You have to let go of those too, even if you are the one who was the person who caused the impact, right? Even if you are the person that caused the kerfuffle that's going on, you have to forgive yourself for that as well. You must continuously be forgiving yourself for situations and issues that you may have created and didn't realize at the time, or whatever it may have been. You know, even if you intentionally meant to do wrong, you still need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself even more because you went in knowing that you were going to do something destructive, right? But forgiving and releasing the guilt also means changed behavior. I think people forget that part. It's easy to say, I forgive myself, I'll move on. But the change behavior part, it's hard to just stop being a certain way, doing a certain thing. Habits are difficult to maneuver, break, and shift. Okay. And I'm I'm just going to go ahead and take the ultimate potential because you have it and you are going to express it and we are, okay, because this is a collective reading, we are going to start maneuvering in the ultimate potential, right? We already know that we are intentionally, consciously moving into better things, inviting it into our life and reacting on it and getting rid of the guilt of the things of the past and inviting in the blessings, right? But the ultimate potential, I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Turning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I ever tune into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. Hey, coming at you, dot, dot, dot. And with that being said, I'm going to read from Norman Peale's Positive Thinking Every Day. I just had the urge to do this today, so we're going to go and see what July 12th has to say. Avoid argument, but whenever a negative attitude is expressed, counter with a positive and optimistic opinion. Bam. Your outcome is to think positive over the guilt, over any opposition. See the opposition, know that it's there, and counteract it with something positive, loving, and overall forward pushing. Okay? Continue to walk your North Node. I believe in you. Okay, I believe in you. Continue to walk in your North Node and expanding your Jupiter. So much love and blessings and abundance to you.